Here is a 2024 Toyota Camry SE X Series with the XP package in midnight black metallic. What does the XP package entail? Is it different from 23 or is it a carryover? I'm Anthony from Hawkeye Rides. We're going to also touch some bases on pros and cons and comparable vehicles. The XP package, it includes the gloss black grille, the lower splitter. The side rockers will get the matte black XP badging on the side fender with these 19-inch KMC Maze alloy wheels. X Series red brake caliper covers for the front and the rear. The back, all the badging gets the gloss black with a trunk-lid spoiler and dual exhaust outlets. Unfortunately, it is more of an aesthetic cue for the exterior, but it is something to consider if you're looking at an SE and you're wanting to look a little bit more sporty, similar to a TRD, but not as dynamic. Sport tuned suspension, standard LED daytime runnings, a 2.5 liter 4-cylinder with 203 horsepower and 184 pound-feet of torque paired to an 8-speed automatic transmission. When you're in the SE trim, you're not going to get the performance variant V6. You will have to go to the XSE. You're achieving 28 mpgs for the city and 39 mpgs for the highway, stopping 70 to 0 around 180 feet. And comparing this against the base LE, you'll already see a style that will give more of that performance drive to this. If you need more of that attribute, you go up to the XSE, which will give you the V6 engine with 301 horsepower. You need more dynamics, you go TRD. It lowers the ride 0.6 inches with an aero kit. It's going to be a little bit more rigid. It doesn't do any performance tuning to the engine, but it gives you that catback exhaust. So you have the soundtrack to complement the performance style. Standard LED taillights. The only thing I wish the X Series or XP package would address is the exhaust outlets, giving a dual setup, one on each side, or a quad exhaust tip. I know it's not TRD, just because you're getting some of that performance style, it would have been nice to complement it in the rear. Quick release going into 15.1 cubic feet of storage with the bag holders on the side. Underneath the floor gets the jack, and underneath that is a spare tire. Split fold the rear bench at a 40-60 split in the back. And because I'm tall, I'm gonna just fold it out like this. It's gonna have a little bit of a hump, maybe about 4 inches, but it will extend the cargo capacity. Let's go inside and start up this X Series so you can hear that exhaust now. Ten-way power seat adjustment with soft tech cloth and soft tech seating. 6-way manual adjustment for the passenger. Optional push button start. We have headroom and leg room. It's a deep footwell. TRD will get the stainless steel pedals. Driver focus setup. So the passenger, if you're around 6 foot, it's going to be a little bit more tight, but it's still a long footwell. The SE with the XP package starts off with a 7-inch audio sound system, wireless Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, Sirius XM, AM, FM, streaming Bluetooth audio. Put it into reverse. We have a reverse camera with trajectory. You can also change the angles for the reverse, and you can put those grids more or take them completely off. 6 speakers will be standard with dual climate control. It is a driver focus. You'll get the contrast stitching, the aluminum look, and the glossy gray that goes into the air vents. More of a 2-tier dashboard layout, and it gets a little bit more sporty on the edges. Auto dimming rear view mirror, 12-volt USB port, no QI wireless charger, but we have the key fob here. And we have storage that would be underneath it. Eco, normal, and sport with the soft tech around the gear lever. It's going to be more sport derived. That opens up into 2 USBs. It's pretty deep and long. 3-spoke multi-function steering wheel with the paddle shifters and a 4.2 TFT display that can go through an array of information for the driver. The door panel integrates into the dash. It's going to be more everyday materials, one touch up and down for all the windows, with a smaller storage pocket with a couple of beverage holders carved out, no moonroof or pano. For the back seat, headroom and leg room with storage behind both of the front seat. Even if you're tall like me and my son, you could still fit back here with a storage tray. You get an armrest with cup holders. The door is going to be the same exact setup as the front, just a smaller pocket with about 2 beverage holders carved out. The floor isn't flat, so you have to pick your feet up. The rails are pushed up enough. You will be sharing feet, butt, and shoulder space, but the way these seats sit for the sides, they push you backwards a little bit more so, whereas in the center you sit a little bit more forward, and that's why the headroom is a little bit more tight. 203 horsepower and 184 pound-feet of torque. 8-speed automatic transmission, 0 to 60 around 8 seconds. 4-cylinder, so don't go crazy, but it does have a sport-tuned suspension. We didn't lower the ride, so that's around 5 inches of clearance. Everyday use, more family-oriented. As soon as these cars go, we're going to show you what that looks like. Here we go. When you go into the SE, it's again more family oriented. You want performance, you have to go to the V6 level, in which the XSE will stress the styling and give you the 301 horsepower to start off with. You need to go further. The TRD is what's going to tick the box. For 2025, it's not confirmed yet, but we may not see a naturally aspirated V6 anymore. So it's kind of the sweet spot. When you're in the SE and you get the X Series XP package, that's the sweet spot because you're getting the styling cue for a few $1,000 price. And here we go. And you see maneuverability is easy. You're gonna have a bit of the drone note that filters in, but it's a 4-cylinder. And we have blind spot monitoring, lane keep assist with adaptive cruise control, or lane centering, I should say, with pedestrian detection and frontal collision. So safety is taken care of. And that's going to take me to some pros and cons, which the pros, you've already heard most of the benefits in this vehicle. The cons will start off with, is this the variant you want to get? Because in 2025, they're refreshing the exterior and in the interior. Plus, you'll get a different powertrain option. Opposed to the V6, I would say it's going to depend on how you feel. The interior is starting to get a little bit dated. A 7-inch standard screen with an upgraded 9-inch infotainment screen. Navigation is not standard, but you do have some options when you get into the 24 model, so you're not having to go tier base in order to get all the features. So that definitely will be a pro. Cargo capacity is going to be probably right about the same. 15 to 16 cubic feet is about standard size for a mid-size sedan, and the length being around 190 to 195, it's going to be about the same. It will be a little bit more of a wider look to the fascia, and more than likely you'll have standard LED headlights and daytime runnings, whereas here you only get it for daytime runnings. To go back to some more pros, with this midnight black metallic, it's going to look a lot more sporty with the XP package. It handles well. For a long journey, it's going to tick the box for comfort. Going against the Honda Accord, the sound deadening will be a little bit better there, and the seats will also be a little bit more improved than this. But again, we're going through a full refresh for 2025, so that's why it's kind of like, which way do you go? The biggest con that I have with the 4-cylinder is you will feel a little bit more jerks in the vehicle because it's a smaller derived engine, which you don't really have that when you go into the V6. And because the cost to this is so close to the V6, you're really just wanting to get this so you get better MPGs, but you would get more performance. So for me, I'm more on the V6 line. I would consider this only because you're not gonna see a lot of these on the road. Now to show you the real performance underneath this thing. Is it gonna put a smile on your face? Well, It can if you're running late for work and you've passed a few people, especially the Honda Accord, but you're gonna do it with the style and cute of the X Series. But let me know your thoughts in the comments. And if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. Check out the next video, merchandise website, and Instagram. Leave a comment and a like, and I'd like to thank Stadium Toyota for giving us this 2024 Toyota Camry SE X Series XP package for our car review.